flor de caca. The only fragrance made with 100% algarroba puertorriqueña. Why just be the shit when you can also smell like shit?
Regular no es responsable por pérdida de matrimonio, relaciones o trabajo. No seas pendejo.
There you go.
Bienvenido, mi gente, a otro episodio de Revolü, Mr. Renny.
Sí,
A mano derecha, el Tiki y Mike.
¿Cómo estamos? Hey.
Hueva, pipí.
bueno, mi gente, today we got to talk about Residente. So Residente dropped a song that we just watched here together in the studio, and it has impacted us enough to actually talk about it at the beginning. So la canción se llama
This is not America.
So
This is not America.
we talked about him the other day, right? Like, if you me acuerdo, we all unanimously voted him as El Cangri, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, el máster de los máster, el papá de papá.
But it's not to like come back and beat a dead horse, but holy cow, we weren't expecting this to happen. And out of nowhere, el primo mío me dice, yo, ¿viste el nuevo de esta red? I'm like, no, I haven't. And I forgot to even look at it. Then you told me about it, and then we watched it just now. Holy shnikes.
Yeah, and it was the same thing that we talked about when we first talked about Residente. It's like he'll write a tiraera, because he did a few weeks back, a tiraera de J Balvin. Y después, ahora es una canción de casi revolución. No sé, I don't even know what to call it. Porque la canción habla de tantos temas, pero lo más importante es el tema del término americano. Porque si tú miras la geografía del mundo, América empieza ¿dónde? Canadá,
Bro.
hasta abajo.
Bro, hasta Chile. Hasta,
Exacto.
Like this, that's half the world.
Exactamente, pero...
Almost a third of it.
Yeah, almost
Not-
a third.
or
Yeah,
more, yeah, something like that.
Pero cuando tú vas por ahí y dices la palabra América o americano, ¿a quién se refieren?
Claro, red, white, and blue.
That's it.
Of course.
Los Estados Unidos. So él le dice a todo el mundo, llámalos estadounidenses. Porque americanos somos todos. Americano es Estados Unidos, es el continente completo. No es el continente, pero de Canadá hasta abajo. Y eso es lo que él quería decir con esa canción. Porque si tú ves los detalles, él también dice eso. El término americano o algo así. I'm not quoting it, so please, don't word by word. He wanted everybody to know that the term American is not just for the United States. It's for a lot more people.
Yeah.
Two continents.
Clearly.
Two continents. And I'm blown away by the courage of this guy. I mean, there's nothing new. That's why we love him. Pero, like, this guy just here, like, just blah. And he does it in an amazing way. Like, one of the lyrics that he said, el machete no es solamente pa cortar caña. I was like, dang. And not to promote any violence or anything, but I'm just talking real stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the scenes that not lyrics, but just watching the video. If you haven't seen the video, you gotta watch the video. Was the wealthy man in his office eating a steak dinner with the little indigenous kid in the background.
Portraying the president of Brazil, because he then, after he gets done eating his dinner, he wipes his mouth
with the flag.
with his flag, because he is the president of that country.
Basically saying, these resources are for me. This is not the people's. That's what I got out of it. Like, I have no respect for this country or for what this flag symbolizes. So I'm going to wipe my face as I have a little starving kid behind me wondering why you're killing our home. Like, not to bring the vibe down, but this is a heavy subject. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's got some great points. Like at the beginning, that activist that was shooting the gun in the air. I think her name was, let me see, Lolita Lebron. And that was actually in Puerto Rico in front of the Capitol back in 1954. Like, what do you call them? The riots in Venezuela. He had the Venezuelan flag. He had the Israeli flag. He had the Colombian, the Puerto Rican flag. He had what was his name? Victor Jara. the Chilean guy that got killed, tortured, and then killed. That's what you see with the gun getting shot in the head.
That's new to me. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, we talked about it before while we were watching the video because it was just that scene alone is so impacting. It's like, what is going on? He's getting killed because he's playing his guitar and singing what he believes, and that's what Residente was doing. That's what he's doing with this song. He's putting out there what he believes or what he thinks should be true.
You know, there is this artist. He's an English artist, and most people have not even seen his face, right? He does like graffiti artwork, but it auctions for like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. His name is Banksy, right? And he made a quote that he says, art should comfort the uncomfortable and make the comfortable uncomfortable. And this is exactly the epitome of this guy. Because, for instance, just to give you a little background, like I remember when I was a kid and I would I would color the Puerto Rican flag. I showed it to one of my buddies and I'm like, hey, look, it's the Puerto Rican flag. He's like, Puerto Rican flag doesn't have a square. It's got a triangle, right? I was so used to the American flag that I just put it, that's
You
what I
thought it was a square, yeah.
And then it wasn't
Just
until
one.
like 20, 30 years later where I realized that there was a Puerto Rican flag before the one that with the triangle and the stripes, because ours got pretty much modeled after Cuba's, right? But before that, it looked almost like the Dominican flag. It had the four squares with a white cross in the middle, right? Now it's changed from the navy blue triangle to a light blue triangle in homage of that previous flag, as far as I understand. I could be wrong. But I think the idea is I had no idea about this stuff.
Good topic, because I really didn't know that. So if you know that, please leave some comments below.
Am I alone on this?
From navy blue to light blue.
Hey,
Let
us know when was
What's
it that
the
it
right
changed,
color?
because you don't know the date, right? I don't know.
No idea.
I don't know about it either. So please let us know.
It was 1927.
Yeah.
Exactamente ese mismo.
No, but leave the comments below. Please let us know, because
Revolü
I'm
lab.
intrigued. I'm intrigued of what they're saying, because I wasn't aware. So leave the comments, subscribe, and hit the notification.
And bro, how about the last, when the song's over and the camera pans out?
Nah, man, the production was
Bodies.
great. That video was awesome, especially when I saw the indigenous person as instead of the Liberty, the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that looks good. Like the production quality was really good. Everything was really good. It looked like a movie. Like I want to see it.
I wonder how many people actually caught that. So if you watched the video and you didn't catch the change of the Statue of Liberty, because it's colored kind of like the same, and I guarantee you a lot of people missed it. If you missed it, put it below. Watch the video
You
again.
didn't see it?
I remember, but I didn't make that connection. When you actually said, I'm like, makes sense.
Because it's a color. It's got the feathers, because I think it has feathers.
It's got the whole
the whole Indian
native
Indian.
indigenous people, bro.
Yeah.
Luego, y la lírica que dice, cuando llegaron las huellas estaban ya aquí de nosotros. Like you got here and our footprints were already here, and the idea of colonization is nothing unique to the Americas, right? But like you said, bro, from north to south,
Exactly.
it's a big chunk.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how we're all as being Puerto Rican, we're everything mixed up. We're a gumbo of DNA.
Yeah, because we're out there in the Caribbean. So where do we fall? Does the Americas trim around us, or does it go right through us? Let us know in the
We go
comments
through
below.
them.
I know the answer, but
That's what I'm telling you.
but it doesn't matter.
I don't
It's
give a
funny. Just leave the comments below. Subscribe, please.
You know what's funny?
I know.
When you said when I wore are we? I remember we were talking about the census, right? And again, my dad never ceases to amaze me, because he'll say some things that I think are straight up paquetes, and then I find out they're the honest truth. So one of them,
It's a fact.
One of them, I was talking about the census, and I was saying, hey, like I don't know, in the census as far as race, Latino or Hispanic is not a race. I didn't know that. So like we were talking, and he's like telling me, you know, what races are based on the census, and I'm like, well, papi, what are we? He's like, we're white. I'm like, hold on, you're complaining about Puerto Ricans, and we're Puerto Rican, but we're white. And then I was like, what? Hold on. Then I go into the U.S. Census. I'm like, let me verify this information. And sure enough, we're an ethnic group. Oh, no, we're a cultural group. So basically, we have the free range to be. I guess we can pick whatever we want.
They wiped our
Sorry,
race.
No.
Hold on.
What do they?
The map.
Let me.
What do they call it? What do they call it? We have a subcategory. What do we call those? The bubble under the bubble under the bubble. You know when you're typing on your computer and you're typing and then you indent, it gives you a space with a line or something, and then you go under it, it gives you a letter, and then under that it gives you like a Roman numeral.
You mean the corrections of your spell check?
No, not that, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Subcategory to the category.
They're like, what kind of flavor of
That's
this
what I
are
was
you?
trying to get at, man.
Right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is
man.
it, obviously,
You know what?
the sub to the sub to the sub. So where are we at? We're
We're under the
so-
sub.
So if you look at the race, we're a shade, a color.
Yeah.
That's what it is. White, black, because there's no brown in
Brown.
there. So I'm definitely not white. This is white, people. You guys can see this. White. Look at my skin. It's definitely not white. So
I go to the box that's empty and I put platanero. I just put it in there. I think that's more a universal term.
I don't know.
yeah,
That's why you don't get the job.
no, I don't think that's
You
true.
have to select one of the options. If you don't select one of the options, they think you're incoherent or whatever. If I'm saying the word wrong, correct me.
So what are the options? White,
Yeah.
black,
Asian,
Asian,
other,
other, and then what else?
Native American.
Native American. So if we go
select
so
other.
no, well,
No,
why
I
can't
think
you?
I think they removed that already.
Oh, so if they remove the
There is
other,
no other.
Yeah.
and Native Americans is the last thing. So just imagine a Puerto Rican picks Native American, and then we go with Puerto Rican.
Native Puerto Rican. I was like, somos todos, papi.
And that's what I'm saying. So we're Native because we're already Indian, Puerto Rican. So why can't we choose that? Why do they force us to choose white or whatever it is that they make us choose because of the closest shade of our skin to what the word says? I don't know.
You know, I'm gonna have to agree. I think it was with George Lopez when he said, "I pick Latino. If I have to choose between Hispanic and Latino, I go with Latino. I don't like the word panic in there.
Hispanic.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Her
yeah.
panic, my panic, it's all
right.
our panic.
He's right.
Latino, papi.
So
Latanero.
they need to add that to the census.
Yes. No, I mean, there's one time the census guy came up to me, like maybe 10 years ago. There's the census guy.
No. But let me get back because it's crazy how we went from Residente talking about the video, and now we're talking about fucking census. What the fuck is going on?
Algunas cosas explotan and they get messy.
Esto está cabrón.
Bueno.
When I'm doing a census, I'm like, I'm not white, I'm not black, I'm not Asian, but why is that the only options I get?
When you're Puerto Rican, you circle the whole thing. So yeah, this you know how they do the census. It hasn't been done in a while, but at that time, I was down a rabbit hole of learning about government, learning about my rights, and I feel like the man was after me in every corner. Okay, so this guy comes up to me. He's like, "Yeah, I just want to do a count of how many people are in your house." I'm like, "I don't have to tell you." He's like, "What?" He's like, I don't have to tell you anything. I'm a sovereign American. I don't have to bow down to no government entity. What's your business? He's like, it's the census. It's in the Constitution. I'm like, nah, son.
It's in my constitution not to tell you.
That's exactly right. My father didn't go to war for me to tell you how many people and how many pets are in my house. But then I was like, all
I
right.
told him.
3.
I'm like, look, listen. I'll tell you how many people are, if I can claim them all in my taxes. I'm not even going to tell you. Listen, you're trying to find out from me how many people live in my house. You don't even know what I am. I'm not an Eskimo, a Native American. I'm not a black. I'm not white. I'm not Asian. I'm all of it. I circle the whole page.
And we should,
We should.
right?
Me claro, papa.
Because, like I said earlier, what shade am I today? It matters because,
Well, you're still white.
No. Oh, yeah.
According to the census.
Thank you. or according to this America, which was what the first topic that we were talking about, or this is not America, which was the first topic, the Residente, which is what we're talking about right now. So the census is bunching us up to white, black, Asian, Native American.
Categories. What box are you in?
We're
Today,
white.
like I
We're
said,
white.
today.
You know, I
Today.
just because I like to be on the healthy side, I would like to have one that says olive skin.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
There
I
you
don't know if
go.
I'm Italian,
Yeah.
Arabic, or
Flip the pew.
exacto. Well, the Filipinos is really interesting because their last names are Ramirez.
And Perez.
Sanchez.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, wow,
That is true.
that's really cool. I'm like, I thought we were the only ones.
You know,
¿Quién es? Espérate.
I
¿Cómo
got a
fue
story.
eso?
I got a
Filipinos.
story.
¿Tiene esos apellidos?
Yeah.
Bro,
¿En
because they
serio?
were
Yeah.
colonized
Yeah.
by Spaniards too. So their last names are Carreras and
Sanchez.
Sanchez.
Ramirez.
I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Negron or Navarro on there too, bro.
No. I haven't
That's
seen
good.
one
No,
yet.
that's good
You
to
see,
know,
you see a lot
no
of
sabía,
you
fíjate.
see a lot of Nguyen Ramirez.
It's actually, I think it's actually pronounced.
I know that's
Gwen
Thailand, but
or
whatever.
Gwen. I think that's how it's
Gwen.
pronounced.
Gwen.
Sorry, my friends.
Gwen.
No, pero
Y le
este.
gusta la salsa.
Oh,
Yeah,
¿le gusta la salsa? Sí,
A lot of Asians
Bro,
do.
I
They
know
love it.
Asians, they love salsa.
They
Pero
love it. Moving on.
I got a good story. No, I got a good story for the Hispanic names from the Philippines because, you know, you see them when you go to military bases, and my dad was a military dude, so you see them all over the place. Perez, you know, they look Asian, but Puerto Ricans, we got Asians, black, white, brown, yellow, blue,
Irish.
green. St. Patrick's Day, green. We got them all colors, so it doesn't matter. But, you know, I was there at a base, and I saw Perez, so I'm Puerto Rican, so I'm thinking, this dude is Puerto Rican. So I go up to him, hey, ¿cómo estamos, para? Y él, and he just looked at me, he's like, y yo le digo, tú no eres de Puerto Rico, era Perez, es puertorriqueño. Y él, don't speak Spanish. And then he started talking.
Oh, your dads are Puerto Ricans, right? That's what it is. You were born here with your parents, right? Right? Is that what it is? No, it's not.
What do you say?
I'm from California.
Yeah, somewhere in that side. That's true. Because they're from the west side. West
East
Coast.
side, east side. Well, West Coast, yeah.
West Coast,
It's-
California.
Cuando nosotros brincamos el charco de Puerto Rico, vamos para California, ¿no?
Exacto.
So the Philippines que van a venir, se van a tirar para Florida, ¿no? They're
No.
gonna go right there.
Porque es más lejos para llegar hasta Florida, porque tienes que cruzar por todas esas...
Bro, the plane ticket. Listen,
Tan medio jodido, ¿me entiendes?
if I can save gas, if I can save money on gas just on the plane, like I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
Pues-
está bien cabrón. Perdona. Is that right now? I'm making life decisions at the pump. Like,
Pero tienes razón, pero ¿sabes qué? Que los otros días habían pasajes para Puerto Rico a $39. ¿Y sabes qué? Cuando yo fui a la gasolinería y traté de llenar el tanque de mi guagua, tuve que pagar casi $140. Y eso fue en... ¿Sabes? Lo peor de eso fue que fue en 2 sesiones.
¿Cómo que 2 sesiones?
Exacto. Yo también. Yo no entendía. Porque...
Yo sé, porque tuviste que cambiar un poquito del dinero tuyo del saving account to the checking account, and then you have to charge it again at the pump.
Bro,
You
I
didn't
gotta
have enough
transfer
funds.
money.
You had to transfer some money
I
into
gotta
his
open
other.
credit.
Yeah, he fucked up.
No, porque tú vas allá, tú sabes. Imagínate los precios de la gasolina. Te voy a explicar lo que me pasó a mí en la pompa después. Pero vamos a hablar de esto. ¿Sabes que antes tú prepaid? You had to prepaid. Mira, échale 20 en la 1. Imagínate hoy en día eso con los precios de gasolina ahí. Mira, échale 10 a este. Espérate.
Que click.
Mira, te dije 10 pesos. ¿Qué es esto?
Un galón.
Cabrón.
Dos galones.
Son 1 y 3/4, cabrón. Mira el precio, está casi a 5 pesos. ¿Qué tú te crees que vas a llenar el tanque completo?
You know,
No, papi.
I gotta be honest though, like just calling a spade, right? I'll sit here and in my own circles be like, man, these gas prices are crazy. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, you know, see this, we need to be energy independent. I don't know if it's the Republicans or the Democrats or blah, 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 blah. And I'm saying all this and I'm like, yes, I'll have a venti frappuccino mocha with sprinkles. Yeah. That'll be $9.95. Thank you. Perfect. Freaking gas prices are astronomical. That's why the frappuccinos are so expensive. So, I mean, there's a little bit of hypocrisy in there on my part.
That's true.
Well, it technically, if oil, because everything works on the oil.
Petrodollar.
Yeah. Supplies come in a steam. They don't come in steamboats, bro. We ain't got no steamboats anymore. Everything works on the oil and fuel. So if it's coming in and you're eating it like a frappuccino, it's traveled with freaking oil and gas.
You know,
Somehow, yeah.
I've never purchased a horse in my life, but I'm pretty sure that if I were to buy a horse and ride it to St. Cloud, the horse is tired, I need to get back home, I could buy another horse and come back still cheaper than gas.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know about that.
No.
I don't know about that.
It feels that way. I'm going to stick to it.
Because you gotta stop. You gotta stop and get a new horse every I don't know how many miles, and you gotta go around buildings and shit. You gotta avoid cars. So how the fuck you gonna ride a horse?
No, porque yo creo que vas a tener dos caballos, uno en San Cloud y otro acá. So, cuando vas allá...
Switch it up.
Exacto.
So tienes que comprar propiedad ya.
No, you rent it.
Guardar el caballo, alguien que lo cuide. No.
No, mira, you give gas money.
Hay un Hertz de caballo. O un fucking... ¿Cómo se llama? CarMax.
Jaguar rent-a-car. Rent a Jaguar.
Buena idea.
Renta yegua.
Revolü, Jaguar Rental. That's it. Ahí está, papi. ¿Quieres una yegua?
Si tú quieres una yegua, llámanos nosotros.
Olvídate el carro.
Revolü. tenemos las mejores yeguas en qué sé yo, kilómetros.
Pero
10 minutes recess right here. Cut the...
no, ahora que 10 minutes. No, pero era back to the horse. So you said, oh, you're going to buy land. Why do you need land? Why can't you park it? Why can't you...
I didn't know there was a rental company. That's why I
didn't
said
say
that.
There's no rental company. But
So
why
then,
can't
yeah.
why can't you park your mode of transportation in a parking spot?
Someone's going to steal your horse.
No? Why?
And then you can hang them because that's hangable offense.
That
back in the day.
escalated quickly.
Somebody's going to steal your horse?
That's what happens.
Oh, because they steal
How
your
you going to
car.
lock your horse down?
Just lock him down.
But
lock
you know
his
what?
legs or something.
Hold up,
I
we
don't
gotta
know.
think of this. If you have a Revolü rent a horse or rent a Jaguar, there's gotta be different types, right? It's like if you want to make an entrance, I would come in one of those Budweiser, those big. What are those type of horses? I forgot the name.
The Paso Fino.
No, you beat me to it. I was saying the Budweiser horses, those big ones. I forgot what they're called. The Clydesdales. That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
So that's glamorous. Now, if you want to get real fancy, papi, Paso Fino. But that's a little bit more. It's un poquito más. If you guys don't know what Paso Fino is these horses that bendito. I don't know if it's
Bendito is the truth.
I don't know if it's just for our amusement. It probably is. But they train them to walk like when you take a cat and put tape on their paws, and they walk like this. That's how a Paso Fino horse does. However, when you're doing the Paso Fino, you could see that they're salivating because it takes a lot of freaking effort, man. I don't know if you ever seen them. They walk them on the stage, and they have it on wood, so you hear the ta 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 ta, right? To see how coordinated, how even they are.
You can relate that to just lay down on the ground, bro. If you know how to work out and you know what a mountain climber is, all day long. Everywhere you go, do mountain climbers. Just keep walking mountain climbers because that's what they're doing. They're bringing their knees straight up to their face and back down. That's what they're doing.
Imagine how the rider feels after a
mountain
16-mile ride to work.
How far? Hold on.
Yeah.
How does a rider feel? How does a horse feel? He's going up mountain climbers with 150 pounds on top of him.
True that. But aside from that,
That's true. I'm sorry. I got to.
if he's stopping to rest the horse, like we were talking about earlier, imagine how the rider feels after he gets off that Paso Fino horse. That motherfucker, buddy, shaking off that horse like.
It's like when you come out.
Ese caballo bien fino.
He's got a concussion, bro. Unless you got shock absorbers on your
Los huevos de él
sillón.
deben estar scrambled like.
In his ears. Boom. Like up here.
You know how you go to the.
¿Tú has visto un caballo de Paso Fino correr a la milla por ahí para abajo por las calles?
It's like a
¿A
machine
millas de
gun.
qué? Espérate.
Like a
¿A
racing.
millas de qué?
A la milla chaflán.
How much horse? How much horsepower? Just one. No, but
Sí, pero parece que tiene 15.
So horses are fun, but Pasofino is like torture. But you know, that's what we were getting at.
but you,
Let's talk about that.
hold on. But yes, I don't think it's a pleasurable experience for the horse.
No.
But
I don't think it's torture.
you know what I do find comfort in, that we're not the only ones that do this. When I first moved here, they didn't have Columbus Day off. It was rodeo day, right? So
Oh.
it was rodeo day, and like it's Kissimmee, it's called Cowtown. So we have
we were supposed to be talking about the difference between, driving around now and having to get horses.
but it morphed into the cruelty of the animal. So I'm saying that
$500 a tank. $500 a tank.
listen, it takes a lot of
Might
oil
be cheaper
to
to get a
transport
horse.
these beasts over to the rodeo. Okay, so when I went there, bro, like I was like, okay, what am I gonna see? And sure enough, bro, they're like, they send this little baby,
Yeah,
baby
the calf. Yeah.
All of a sudden,
They call it veal in the Italian world. Sorry to interrupt.
and
Continue.
then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, that's so cute. Then all of a sudden, here comes a cowboy. Wham! Bro,
That's my favorite part of the show.
And then
mine too.
To be honest,
It is
I don't
impressive.
even like the bull riding bullshit. I'm like, whatever, man.
Bro, nah,
You
I
could ride a
like
bull.
the bull riding stuff.
Yeah, but
I don't like the
when
bull
you can
fighting.
when
but
you
the bull
can
riding.
wrap a rope behind the back legs of that thing and the
That's
fucking
skill,
front
bro.
legs too, that's skills.
and then you're bouncing your balls on it, like
well,
the entire time.
They are. Not
No,
me.
exactly.
I'm
That's
over
what
here
they're doing.
watching it like
No, I know
Good
that,
God.
and they say it's for 8 seconds, but 8 seconds
that's the
of bouncing
bull.
your balls
That's the bull.
because that's what you're doing.
Have you
You're there. I've never done bull.
done a mechanical one?
I've done a mechanical.
It
one.
lasted 5 seconds. It was like,
Oh, yeah,
this
because
is
it's a bit
easy.
slow.
Then he went from 2 to 5. Done. Done. And they're like, you want to try it again? It'll be $20. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Seen gas prices? Nah, son.
Yeah.
The bull gonna take me home? I don't think so.
Bro, it's like
Oye,
$80 to fill my tank,
Hablando de
man.
los gas prices, que ¿tú no crees que sometimes, gas stations be playing games?
Hell,
Of course.
Like, the other day I went to one gas station. We're out of 87 and 89. We only have premium.
Nah.
I went to another gas station. Same fucking thing.
Oh, porque hablan.
And you know what?
Ellos
Yeah,
están en-
they were close to each other.
Yeah.
And I was like, I guess, let me get premium.
Cross marketing.
Esos tipos están
And then
en
the
instant
next day,
messaging.
I got regular. Magically.
So es la verdad. Lo que tú dices, mira, eso está cabrón. Porque porque si tú te pones a pensar,
Que sí, cabrón. Yo te pagué más de $5 a la fucking garón. Perdona el vocabulario.
Mira que se joda.
pero escucha
necesario.
what that is driving in my head. So you're paying $5 at the tank, right? Because I know it's because of the war in Ukraine and Russia produces a lot of oil, but it doesn't matter. There's a lot of freaking oil in this world, and we can make our own.
In this country.
And that's what I was getting at. If we can make our own, which is what I said, in our country. But why do we raise the prices on the consumer and not the person that produces it? Because I guarantee you, profits don't ever change. Our prices change. Why is that?
The last
Question for everybody. Sorry to interrupt you, Mike, but that's a question for everybody. Why do they raise prices on the consumer? Because I guarantee you, profits do not ever go down, which is the equivalent of our prices going up. Why does that ever change? So think about that.
What I find interesting, is that, the whole thing's going on with Russia, as we all know, right? But they're looked as the epitome of evil, right? And we can't do business with that. And all these corporations are backing out, and they're like, hey, we don't want anything to do with that. Those monsters. We'll buy our oil from Saudi Arabia instead. They beheaded 81 people the other day. A record. Yeah. So it goes right to what you're saying. Why are we being taxed, or why are we being forking the cost of it? Because it's a big monopoly game. It's a big board, and it's like George Carlin said, it's a big club, and we ain't in it.
And that's the truth. So talking about gas prices. Back again.
$80 tank. No fun for me. I'm broke.
That's why we got to go electric.
I don't give a shit. No.
Anyways.
There you go.
Yeah.
Moving on. Gas
Yeah, do
prices
that.
suck.
No,
Yeah.
but
So he pays $80 for his tank.
electric vehicles. Do you think that'll solve the problem?
$80 a week.
Oh, $80 a week. So which is a tank, right?
Yeah.
Basically. So $80 a tank. One tank lasts you a week, right? And then you're saying that the electric vehicles.
I'm wondering, you know, because again, the electricity comes from somewhere, and we're burning fossil fuels, aren't we? Or nuclear power for that.
Nuclear. Yeah.
But I love the Teslas. They ride really cool, but I don't know. I don't know if that's the answer.
But nuclear power is a different animal. Do we produce that? Because it's actually produced by uranium, which is, you know, there's a whole thing we can go. That's a full podcast about that. And does it cost us as much as we produce? I don't know. That's something that we need to look at.
I don't care.
Because
I'm sorry to interrupt, but you keep going.
I'm just gonna be honest.
I'm gonna buy a fucking e-bike, okay? I'm gonna charge that shit with another like a regular bicycle. I'm gonna ride that shit at night, charge up my bicycle. I'm gonna ride my e-bike 15 miles to work. All right, fuck gas.
You know what I have seen?
So he cannot get a job if it's 20 miles because his e-bike only goes 15 miles.
Don't worry about it. I'll charge that bitch up halfway there. I'll leave 2 hours early. That's
No,
okay.
I'm just kidding.
I'll take a shower at the shelter or something.
There's more bicycles now that are gas powered because you could buy kits now.
Yeah.
But it's still gas.
Right, but you're getting more. Remember, like when in Dumb and Dumber, he's like, "Yeah, I straighted up this
75
fan
miles to the gallon
on this hog," right? So that's what people are doing. They're basically getting a Huffy or whatever, and they just attach a kit for like $100. And dude, you go bring. It beats the hell out of walking, and it beats the hell out of trying to get the bus in this town.
Oh yeah,
True.
There's a lot of people also using the scooters on the sidewalks and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, but the bus.
Yeah, the bus
Bro,
here sucks.
You grab
Because
a
of the
bus
length.
here to go to Orlando.
You gotta wake up at 3 o'clock.
You could have driven to
3
Miami.
hours,
You could
bro.
have driven to Miami.
Yeah.
Just to go down like 20 minutes.
It's insane.
Yeah, you gotta wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning just to be there on time at 8
I used to
o'clock.
work in downtown, and this guy. I used to work in downtown. This guy took the bus at like around 5:30 p.m., almost 6. Got back over here like around 8:30, 9 o'clock at night.
So that's
That's
a good comment.
they're 5 minutes late to work, and the boss is like, "Listen, we after you've gone through 3 hours, you're 5 minutes late." And they're like, "Yeah, we question your loyalty to this company."
Because you were
I'm like, "Because I'm 5 minutes late, really? I just done 3 hours."
let me show you the bus schedule. The bus was late. I wasn't late. It was the bus that was late.
And here in Orlando, they make it so like everything is Disney, right? So it's not the bus. We're catching the Lynx. It's the Lynx bus, and it's pink and it's cute. Yeah, they're not cute about that.
So let me close it out with
You
the
know
story.
what's cute?
Let me close it out with the story.
There ain't no story.
Yeah.
No, you know what the story is?
The pump, the pay pump.
The pay
My
pump.
pay pump is exactly.
What is that?
I took you there at the beginning, gas prices. So I went to the pump, right? 2 session, 1 session. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that quote?
Right.
So I need a 2 session pump. So I put my card in, boom, right? I'm like, I'm gonna pump.
You ran the tank out.
No, it goes, but yeah, it was almost out. So I let the pump go. Sometimes I go to the store, come back out. It stops at $75 or $80. It depends what gas station I use. And I'm like, what the hell? So the pump is telling me, are you sure your tank is not full? What? Motherfucker. I'm just kidding. The pump didn't tell me that. But that's how I felt. So I had to insert my card again, restart the fucking transaction, and put another $40, $50.
Wow.
Pretty soon he's gonna be past 45, and the machine goes, "Are you sure you can afford this?"
Exactly.
Well, that's all we got for today,
That's how I felt.
motherfuckers. All right, we gotta go. We got Joel, we got Mike, Renny, and Tiguitón Giancarlo. Aquí nos fuimos, papá.